I was shopping in Costco, and we stopped there for lunch, and I was going over to the condiments to get relish for my hot dog. I slipped in a puddle of liquid detergent that I didn't see, and I fell and found myself on the floor and unable to stand. And I thought, okay, this time I've really hurt myself. So my husband took me to the emergency room, and they told me that I had shattered my patella and I was going to need surgery. So they sent me to Kaiser by ambulance, and they performed surgery the next afternoon. Okay, I was in the hospital one day and they sent me home. I never got a response from Costco's claims department. I had a phone call while I was in the hospital on my way to X-ray or somewhere, and I couldn't talk to the woman. And I never heard from them after that. I called Costco again and spoke with the manager, and asked him for the claims person's number because I hadn't gotten a phone call. I got no response from Costco's claims department whatsoever, other than being told that they wouldn't do anything. I really was injured. I was hospitalized. I did have to have surgery, and I felt that they should have been responsible for taking care of it, for covering it. I spoke with another attorney before I spoke with Michael O'Connor. The first attorney I saw didn't make me feel particularly at ease. I wasn't comfortable with him and some of the things that he said. A friend of my husband's referred us to Michael O'Connor, and he agreed to meet with us, and he put me at ease immediately. He seemed very thorough. He seemed very straightforward. He didn't make any promises, that I thought, were outlandish. He told me that he would meet with his partners, he would look over the situation and look over and determine if they had a legitimate case. He presented me with all the pitfalls, the downfalls, and in the course of dealing with Michael over time, I thought he was extremely thorough, extremely knowledgeable, and very easy to work with. He kept in touch with me throughout the process, let me know where we were, what was happening. When I had to go for a deposition, he helped me know what was going to be expected of me, what kind of questions that they were going to ask, and just basically put me at ease with the whole process. I wasn't surprised by anything, and he was always there. And when we went to trial, I was so impressed with how thorough he was. Everything that the other attorney said, he had a response for, and he was ahead of it, and he had already researched that. He never was caught off guard by anything. I just was so impressed with the fact that he had researched every possible aspect more thoroughly than I could have hoped for. At the conclusion of trial, the jury found in our favor. They found in our favor 12-0, and the judge agreed with the amounts that Michael had given. I was so relieved when it was over. It had been a long couple of years. And when I left the courthouse, my husband and I talked, and I said, you know what? I said, even if we had lost, I would still be completely satisfied with everything that Michael did. I felt he was thorough. I felt he was more than completely competent. I was impressed. I would recommend him to anybody and to everybody if they needed an honest, trustworthy attorney. I would have been impressed even if we had lost. And if that had been the case, it would have been no fault of his.